Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to do my October wrap up and my November TBR. Now I am not normally one to do a TBR list just because I think that puts too much pressure on me, but I realized after only reading 4 books the month of October that I need some pressure. So I have 6 books on my TBR list, just starting out slow, but I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this video with my books that I read and loved, most of them, in October. So the first book I read in October was Witches of East End by Melissa De La Cruz. I had never read any of her books, and I knew I loved Witches of East End, the show, and I think this is the one and only time you'll ever hear this from me, but I like the show better than the books. I think that her portrayal of the characters just not my favorite. I mean, it's just I mean, I personally would probably give it like 2.5 out of 5 stars. Like, it was okay. It wasn't bad, but I'm probably not going to continue the series. And I just found out today that the TV show was canceled after 2 seasons. So Witches of East End can pretty much just say goodbye to me because I'm done. Sorry. If you love this book, let me know why, and let me know if the books get better. But this was an adult read, and it kind of read like a YA. I don't know. It just wasn't any challenge to it. I expected it to be a little more sensual, I guess, because one of the characters is very sexual, I guess, and it's no 50 Shades, I'll give you that. So then I moved on to the Serena Legacy trilogy, I guess it's called, and I read Of Poseidon by Anna Banks, and I read this book in a day and a half. Like, loved it. It was a really good book after reading Witches of East End. I absolutely loved this book. I would suggest it to anyone who is a fan of The Little Mermaid or anything with the beach. I love the ocean. Great book. Loved it. And then I had ordered the next 2 books in that series, and they hadn't come yet. So I picked up Percy Jackson. I have never read these books. I think I'm the only person on here that hasn't read these books. But I picked up the box set. I think I actually got it at Walmart. It was an impulse buy. I mean, my impulse buys aren't like food up at the register. They're books. Impulse buy. But I can honestly say I'm so glad that I bought this box set because the first book was amazing, and I heard that they just get better. So after I finish this lovely TBR pile I have in front of me, I will most likely pick up the next Percy Jackson book, and I think I ordered the Egyptian version of them. I forget what they're called. I ordered them. They're on their way. Not here yet. I'll put them in my next book haul, but I ordered 3 of those, and I'm super excited about them because if they're anything like this, I will love it for sure. So the last book that I read in October, I'm not even sure if it really counts as a full book because it was so short, but it was Of Triton by Anna Banks. They finally came. Look how short this is. I mean, compared to the other ones, it was like 200, not even 250 pages. But I can honestly say this book did what it needed to do. It did not feel like a filler book. It felt like there was new information going on every second. I mean, she didn't put any filler in this book, and it wasn't needed. It was amazing, and I really enjoyed this book as well. So those were the 4 books I found the time to read this lovely October. So I would like to move on to my TBR pile for November. This is very intimidating for me because I've never done this before, but I guess I will just jump in. So the book I'm reading right now is Of Neptune, which is the 3rd and final book in the Serena Legacy trilogy. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm only like 38 pages in. I just started it like half hour ago. So I mean, I'm really excited for this book because I loved the first two, and I'm hoping that the third will just wrap everything up, and I will just love the whole series. And I will do a series review on BookTube as well as my new blog I just started. So I will put the link down below for that blog, and I will definitely do a review of the series when I'm done. Okay, the next book on my TBR pile, I know everybody in the BookTube community has read but me. So, Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I picked this book up a couple months ago, and I can't believe I haven't read it yet. But I do have it, and it is on my TBR pile for this month. I'm really hoping to get to it. It sounds really neat. I love fairy tales. I'm a Disney freak. I mean, again, I think I've worn this shirt before, but I'm wearing my Tangled shirt. I love princessy stuff, and anything that's a twist on that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. And by the sounds of everyone's rave reviews of it, I'm sure that I'm going to like it. And now moving on to another book that is raved about on BookTube, and that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I barely know anything about this. I have read the back of the book. That is it. I have not watched any spoiler book reviews on YouTube, trying to not spoil myself in this book because I knew I ordered it. This will probably be in my next haul, but yeah, this is definitely on my TBR for this month. It sounds really cool and something totally different. I have never really read anything like this, so really looking forward to that. The next book I got, I kind of picked up on a whim. It sounded really good, but it is a middle grade book. I haven't read many middle grade books. I mean, I'm just picking up Percy Jackson, so have not read many middle grade, but I'm really looking forward to it. Percy Jackson pretty much pushed me to pick up another middle grade book to see if I would enjoy it just as much, so I got House of Secrets by Chris Columbus and Ned Vizzini. So, I mean, the spine's really cool. It sounds really cool, too. It's like kids moving into an old house in San Francisco, and it takes them crazy places. So it kind of sounds like a time travel book, which it looks to be a very easy read. That's upside down, but you get the gist. So I'm really excited about this book. I'll probably need an easier read in here somewhere. So the next book, another one that I'm sure everybody is shocked I have not read yet, but I have not gotten into fantasy that much. I just heard about this book. I mean, I've been on BookTube for like 2 months now, and I've been hearing about this series for ever. I mean, since I started. So I did pick this up at my local bookstore, I want to say like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I think it was in my last haul. But that would be Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I'm reading this month. I have to read this month. Otherwise, I will be even farther behind because the third book finally came out. So I'm really looking forward to this. I haven't read much fantasy before, so that kind of makes me even more excited because I really didn't like contemporary books until I started BookTube. And then I read Fangirl and Anna and the French Kiss, and I really enjoyed both of those books. So I'm glad I'm getting more of a broader book spectrum now that I am involved in BookTube. And the last book on my TBR pile for this month is Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins. I think I put this in my last haul, so this is definitely on my TBR list. Angels and Demons. I mean, I've never really read anything too much like that, especially with teenagers that are angels and demons and sons of angels and demons and such. So I'm really looking forward to reading this book as well. So that was my October wrap up and my November TBR, and make sure to come back at the end of November and see how many of those books I read, because I do have a fall break in there somewhere for Thanksgiving, so I'm hoping that I'll get some books read in there, but it's also the week before exams, so we will see what gets read, but I'm going to push myself very hard to get through most or all of these books. So definitely come back for my next wrap up video and see how I did. And also, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to post the link to my new blog below. It's just something that I can do to keep involved, I guess. I mean, I don't get around to doing videos as much as I should because I do have 2 jobs in school and everything else. So this is just kind of a way when I'm chilling in between classes. If I want to write about a book that I just finished, I can do that. So definitely follow my blog, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.